don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to ReZero, Season 2, Episode 4. So last we left off, we made it to the sanctuary. We got to reconvene with Roswell. I almost forgot his name. Roswell, Ram, and them. And we find out that everyone is stuck in the sanctuary until someone of Half-Blood beats the challenge, basically. And so initially it's got to be Amelia, right? Well, hold on. Sorry, I got distracted. So it's got to be Amelia, right? And she goes to take it. She goes in, but the light goes out, which it shouldn't do. Subaru goes towards, and it says he's accepted, and it's like we're wondering, okay, what's the deal with that? He shouldn't be, because he's not half-breed. He's not like a demi-human. But he goes in anyways. He finds Amelia, and then all of a sudden he's in his house, like his actual house, back in not the real world, back on his world, on Earth. And it's like, what? Because we haven't gotten anything about that since the beginning of the series. We haven't had anything checking back in about his life before this world. It never came up. He never brought it up. No one else ever brought it up. Like, he mentioned brief little things here and there, but nothing about his actual life. And so now we're actually getting something. We're actually getting to, well, we see his father right away. I have no idea what's going on. I assume it's just an illusion based off of his memories. I assume that's what it is, but I don't know for sure. Also, I missed something before, because apparently when he was leaving Echidna, she gave him permission to take the trial. Apparently I missed that, and I was let know about that, so yeah. Okay, so that's how he's taking the trial. He's not some kind of secret demi-human or anything. So yeah. This has to be the trial itself, though, but what is it about? There's a few options, a few ideas it could be based around, but it's like, what is it? We have no clue. But the fact that he's back, he seems to be back in his world, it's like, what is that going to mean? What is going to happen here? I guess we'll just have to find out. So let's just get into this, not waste any more time. So when the screen fades black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, and so we have had our trial. So, upon passing out inside the temple, whatever you want to call it, Subaru's mind was taken back to his home life, back in his world. He got to see his parents again, got to interact with them, but for a time forgot about what was really happening. But he managed to, through having these conversations and moments with both of his parents, not only remember what was really going down, but he got to say goodbye. That's something that we really haven't touched on with this series. And as I said in the reaction, it's something that a lot of us viewers, myself included, very much have been wondering about. What about his home life? What were things like at home? We knew he was a bit of a NEET, and everything. Like, that's not new information. But we didn't know everything. And we always kind of wondered, what did he leave behind when he blinked into that other world? Wondered what his parents were like. Did he have any friends? Did he have a lot of dreams and hopes that he left behind? And the answer to that is he had great parents who loved him very much and who he adored and looked up to so much, even if he like would get annoyed by their antics sometimes. He didn't have much of any friends. He tried to be someone he wasn't for so long, and just kind of fell out of it because of it. He never even really had any hopes and dreams. He liked making people smile and laugh, but he never really had any great ambitions beyond that. But this allowed him to finally say goodbye. When he blinked himself into that other world, no matter how it happened, he never got to say goodbye to his parents. The parents he adored, the parents who he probably missed greatly and was just holding that in for so long. Despite everything he had found in this new world, he had lost by going there. And so he finally got closure, finally got to tell them everything he thought, even if they weren't really there. It's enough. It's enough for him to just be able to express that. And by choosing in the end to go back to school, it was more symbolic of him choosing to return to the world he had come to know and love. To not just stay in this world he came from with all this stuff he left behind and these parents who he adores. He chose to give that up for the time because people needed him. Because people wanted him there. And he couldn't leave. He couldn't stay behind when people were still waiting for him. He tried hard to be someone he wasn't. He tried hard to be like his father. And then he tried hard to not be so, ignoring the entire time who he is. And so now he realizes that in this world, in this new world he had come to, where he got to be himself, he still pretended to be his father. But because of people who have come into his life, like Rem and Emilia, he's able to open up to them more, to admit his faults to them, and to find embrace with them. And he chose them in the end. He chose to go back because they needed him. And when he entered that classroom, he found a kid waiting. And so knowing that she was the one who allowed him to take the trial in the first place, it's clear that this was a trial that she was putting on from the beginning. And I think she was waiting for someone like him to come through and take it. I think that everyone else who had taken it and failed and whatnot just have not impressed her enough. But I think he so far has. And we don't know about what this means yet. And how far things are going to go from here, but he's ready. More than ever now, he's finally ready. And I think this is going to change things going forward. Not only for him, but for the series. It's going to, he's going to learn from this. And it's going to change how he handles situations. Maybe not completely, but to a point. He had been holding that in for so long. You know he had. He had no sense of closure, no sense of goodbye to his parents for all the time he's been there. And with all of the resets, it's actually longer than it would even seem. But he finally got to get that closure, and now he can move on with sincerity. Subaru's parents are weirdos. But they're also caring, exceedingly loving, understanding, and willing to listen to their son. A lot of parents aren't like that. A lot of parents believe that it's their way or the highway, that their children are beneath them. It's like Subaru's mom said, we didn't have you to serve us or whatever it was. We had you to serve you, for us to serve you. I don't remember exactly how it was worded, but you get the point. Or to help you, maybe that was it. But the point is, like, if a parent has a child and they see it as like, okay, we had you, now you basically you're obligated to do stuff for us to live the way we want you to live, to be who we want you to be, or what we want you to be. So many parents do that in real life, and it's terrible. To push their own ideas and dreams and thoughts on their children is fucking terrible. Good parents will always be the ones who listen to their children, and they're the ones who sacrifice for them. They're the ones who live for their children, not the other way around. Those are the good parents. And yeah, it's great to see that through this. We finally know about who Subaru was before coming to this new world. And now we're going to get to see who he will be going forward. So tell me your thoughts on this episode of ReZero in the comments below. And thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.